7 years to make 10 million. You really can do it. Do not think I am selling you a fantasy, and do not assume this goal is impossibly far away. I dare to say that because the author of the book I am talking about today actually did it himself. His name is Bodo Schäfer. He achieved financial freedom before the age of 30. Even more impressive, he went on to help countless ordinary people move from living paycheck to paycheck, or even drowning in debt, toward real financial stability. That book is Stuthi Theoried, The Road to Financial Freedom. It does not give you empty theory. It gives you methods you can actually use. And if you are willing to listen carefully and truly apply what it teaches, I dare say that in less than a year, the way you think about money, earn money, and manage money could be completely different. Because behind wealth, there is a set of rules you can learn. Follow me, and let's break it down. First, let me ask you a question. If I gave you 1 million right now, what would be the very first thought that popped into your head? Would it be, finally, I can make a down payment on a home? Or I should pay off all my debt? Or maybe I want to buy a great car and enjoy myself a little? See the difference? Different people give completely different answers, and behind that difference is something important: your money personality. A lot of people spend their entire lives stuck in a financial swamp. They always think it is because they are unlucky, or because their job is not good enough, or because the economy is terrible. But have you ever considered this? What if the real problem is that the money program running in your mind was wrong from the very beginning? That is the first mental prison this book tries to destroy. A lot of people carry deep, stubborn beliefs about money. Money is the root of all evil. Rich people become bad people. I do not deserve to have that much money. Have you noticed how these thoughts work like a virus? At a subconscious level, they stop you from making money. Because if you believe money turns people into something ugly, then deep down you will resist becoming wealthy. That is what I call a split money identity. Consciously you want money, but subconsciously you reject it. You are fighting yourself, and all your energy gets burned up in that internal conflict. So the first thing you need to do is not chase money harder. It is to run a full virus scan on your money mind. You need to install a new belief system. Money is good. Money is a tool that helps me create a better life and support the people I love. I am allowed to become wealthy, and I am capable of handling wealth well. Only when you truly believe, deep down, that being rich, kind, and happy does not conflict with each other, does your wealth journey really begin. All right, now that we have cleaned the mental virus out of the system, let us get to work. Tell me this. How much money do you have in your account right now that you could access immediately, without affecting your life at all? Do not feel embarrassed. For most people, the answer is 0. For some, it is less than 0. Why? Because most of us were raised with a terrible money pattern. Work hard, earn income, pay the bills, pay the landlord, pay the bank, pay the stores. And if anything is left over, maybe save a little, or maybe spend the rest too. That order guarantees one thing: saving always comes last. And whatever comes last is the thing that gets squeezed, delayed, or sacrificed. That is why people never build wealth. This book offers a life-changing principle, a golden rule. Pay yourself first. What does that mean? It means that every time money comes in, whether it is your salary, a bonus, or side income, the very first thing you do is move a fixed percentage, say 10% to 20%, into a separate savings account. That money is your future salary. It belongs to your future self. It is sacred. It is not up for negotiation. Now maybe you are already thinking, are you serious? I already do not have enough money, and now you want me to take some away first. How am I supposed to live on what is left? That is a great question, because this is exactly where the power of the rule comes from. It does not ask you to save after you become rich. It forces you to live on what is left after you save. And the impact of that one move is bigger than most people imagine. First, psychologically, it changes your role. Before, you were a servant to money. Whatever came in flowed right back out. Now, you become the one in charge. You pay yourself first, and everyone else gets paid afterward. That feeling of control is the starting point of financial confidence. Second, it forces you to do two things that matter enormously. The first is this: you begin to examine your spending like a hawk. You start cutting the things you do not really need. That daily fancy coffee, those subscriptions you forgot you even had, those impulse purchases you made because you were bored, stressed, or trying to feel better. Under pressure, all of that gets exposed for what it really is. The second thing it does is even more powerful. It creates a real desire to earn more. You begin asking better questions. How can I make an extra $500 a month? Could I start a side hustle? How can I earn a raise at work? What skill would make me more valuable? Remember this, saving is not the result of becoming rich. Saving is one of the main reasons people become rich. Because what you are building is not just a pile of money, you are building security, choice, and future possibility. Now, once you finally have a small financial cushion, the next question appears. How do you make that money grow? Should you jump straight into stocks, index funds, or real estate? Stop. This is where most people go wrong. Before you focus on making your money work for you, you need to make the highest return investment of all, investing in yourself. Let me ask you something. If you have $10,000 and manage to earn 15% annually, how much is that in a year? $1,500, that is nice. But it probably will not change your life. Now compare that with this. What if you put the same energy into getting a valuable certification, learning a rare skill, or becoming excellent at something the market actually pays for? Let us say your monthly income rises from $4,000 to $6,000. Now you are earning $2,000 more every month. That is $24,000 more a year. And that increase can continue for years. Which investment gives the better return? The answer is obvious. That is why the core of your money machine is not frantically hunting for the perfect investment product. It is putting serious resources into your most important asset, you. You are the engine behind all your future wealth. In this book, the author emphasizes a crucial idea: become an expert in something valuable. You do not need to score 100 in every area. You only need to become top tier in one specific field the market truly values. You do not need to be the best in the world. You just need to become strong enough in a valuable niche that people are willing to pay more for what you know and what you can do. So how do you invest in yourself? There are 3 clear directions. First, pay for knowledge. Not random courses, not motivational junk. Find the training, coaching, or information that solves the biggest bottleneck in your current career. Second, pay for access. Get into rooms with people who are ahead of you. Better circles change your thinking faster than almost anything else. Sometimes one conversation, one introduction, or one piece of advice can save you years of trial and error. Third, pay for your health. Energy is what allows you to stay in the game long enough to win. A strong body, a clear mind, good sleep, and steady focus are worth more than most of the things people waste money on. When your personal earning power gets stronger every year, the amount you can save also grows. And only then, when both your capital and your mindset are stronger, does investing start to look different. Now, by this point, maybe you have a little savings. Maybe your income is growing. But there is still a ceiling. You are still trading time for money. If you get sick, your income slows down. If you take time off, your income slows down. That kind of one-source income structure is fragile. Real financial security comes from building multiple kinds of income. This book gives us a very clear roadmap. Your income should go through 3 stages of evolution. The first stage is professional income. This is your foundation, your main job, your primary source of cash flow. By investing in yourself and becoming more valuable, you raise this income as high as you can. This is the base camp for everything else. The second stage is a second income. This is your side income, and this is a major leap. You use your professional skills, interests, experience, or network to build something that earns money without depending entirely on your main job. That might mean consulting, teaching, creating digital products, building a small service business, starting content, or selling expertise in a focused way. Its value is not just the extra money. Its real value is that it proves you can make money outside a traditional employer, and that changes your confidence forever. The third stage is investment income. Once you have built enough savings and enough side income, you gain something powerful, capital. Now your money can start working for you. That is when stocks, funds, real estate, or other assets begin to make sense. Now you are no longer earning only from your labor. You are earning from systems, assets, and ownership. Why does this 3-stage path matter so much? Because together, these income layers create a wealth structure that is both offensive. Your job income creates stability. Your side income creates growth and flexibility. Your investment income creates leverage and freedom. And if one layer weakens, your whole life does not collapse. All right, the deepest ideas are now on the table. But I know this, if you only listen and do nothing, none of it matters. So let me leave you with a practical action plan you can start using today. Do not wait until tomorrow. Do not wait until next month. Pick one step and begin now. In the first week, clean up your thinking. Write down every negative belief you have about money. Statements like, money is hard to earn. I am bad with money. I will never understand investing. People like me do not get rich. Then next to each one, write a new belief that challenges it. For example, making money is a skill I can learn. I can become better with money starting today. Wealth is built step by step. I am capable of improving my financial life. Read these new beliefs out loud every morning and every night for 7 days. You will begin to feel your inner resistance weakening. In the first month, build your saving system. Open a separate account and give it a name. Call it something like Future Fund. Then, set up an automatic transfer on payday. Even if you only earn a modest income, start with 10%. Treat that money as untouchable. Plan your life around what remains. Then review your expenses. Ask yourself 3 questions about every expense. Does this make me more valuable? Does this make me genuinely happier? Is this truly necessary? If the answer is no to all 3, cut it. Over the next 3 months, begin your self-investment plan. Choose one skill that could raise your earning power by at least 30% within a year. Write it down! Then set aside a fixed amount each month. Maybe $100, maybe $200, depending on your situation. As your self-investment budget, use it to buy books, courses, coaching, or access to people who already know what you need to learn. Then spend 1 focused hour every day practicing that skill. No excuses, no skipping. Consistency matters more than intensity. Within 6 months, begin exploring your second income. Look at your professional knowledge, your interests, your experience, and your network. Ask yourself, what could I turn into a product or a service? At first, it does not have to be big. It could be a simple guide, a 1-hour consultation, a small digital resource, a beginner course, or a practical service that solves a specific problem. Do not chase perfection. Create the simplest version you can, a minimum viable offer. Then be brave enough to sell it. The meaning of earning your first dollar independently is far greater than getting a small raise at work, because it proves something powerful. You can create value on your own. Financial freedom was never meant to be a fantasy. It is a map, a clear one. It is a process you can break down into steps and actually follow. It starts by replacing one wrong belief, then saving your first real dollar for the future, then investing in yourself, then building systems, then creating multiple streams of income. Every step pulls you a little farther away from the cycle of always working for money, and a little closer to the life where money begins working for you. Bodo Schaffer walked this road himself, and many people using his methods have walked it too. Today, I have handed that map to you. Now, the rest depends on you. Change begins with a decision, and it grows through daily action. So, are you ready to start paying yourself first?